Hi Aries, welcome to Spirit Mail. It's time for my favorite message. What does Spirit want you to know? And I'll be doing a modified Celtic cross because I'm introducing a theme for the message from the Enchanted Map. So while I'm shuffling, I just want to remind you that on Tuesday nights I do influencer interviews at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. If you missed it this last Tuesday night on the 4th, I spoke with Brian Smith from Grief to Growth. And coming up on the 11th, I'll be speaking with Dr. Delia Toledo, who is a psychiatrist that practices past life regression. Also on Saturday mornings, we do Roundtable at 10 o'clock, and that's where one of you guys jump on live with me, and we talk about your spiritual growth and whatever else you want to talk about. So that's at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time on Saturday mornings. If you're interested in participating in that, email me so I can put your name in the hat. Can't guarantee when you'll participate, but you will participate. Okay. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for my Aries friends. Thank you for tarot as a tool, and thank you for allowing us to retrieve from you messages that are pertinent to our lives. I thank you for clear and concise messages. I thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And I thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. What is your overall theme for this particular message for Aries? It is sad embrace, 45. So the 4 and the 5 for me add up to 9. So for me, that's about graduating. Like we're graduating a cycle, coming to the end of it. We're going to read it and see what else it says. And don't be discouraged about that being your theme, because that doesn't mean that it's a gloom and doom reading. So it says, loss is a part of life. Let go and allow time to heal you. You may be entering into a period where loss is a theme. Perhaps you're having to let go of a long-cherished dream. If so, take heart, for this ending may have been for your highest good. A better and more powerful dream will be realized in your life if you can accept the loss. Relationships based on faulty foundations are meant to end at this time. Disappointment is a form of perception. If your expectations weren't met, a sense of loss arises along with sadness and grief. Express these emotions. Tears are like healing rain that can restore life to a parched inner landscape. Growth is always assured. Whatever the loss, however great it is, let go and experience your feelings so that you may soon see what beauty lies ahead. Okay, so one of the things I'm picking up here, other than that with growth comes, loss comes before growth, is that it encourages us to experience those feelings, to allow those feelings to come out, to bubble up, to embrace ourselves as we go through this, so that then we can release them and move forward in a more productive or positive manner. Okay, but let's find out the meat of the message. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for my Aries friends. It's a pretty heavy introduction, Spirit. Please show us clearly what is the actual message. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Please show us clearly what is your message at this time for our Aries friends. Okay. So current energy, temptation. Now this is about attachments, right? Attachments to earthly things, perhaps a job, perhaps a relationship. It could be anything, money, all kinds of things. We're going to come back and read it all. Pay more attention to each card after we lay it all out. What's crossing you is the 6 of fire. Your crowning energy, wow, is a call. Your near future, wow, 8 of earth. Your attitude toward what's going on right now is 7 of air. Your outside influence is the high priestess. Your hopes and fears is the world. And Aries, your outcome is 5 of Earth. Okay. I love this, actually. Okay, so sad embrace. Let's talk about that for a minute. Whenever our lives change, whenever we go on new journeys, mentally, physically, or even emotionally, sometimes people get left behind, right? And sometimes it's people that we love dearly. And I feel like this is where you're at right now, whether it's about a job, a spiritual journey, or a relationship, a personal relationship. There's some kind of growth taking place in your life, and it's like you're grieving what you're leaving behind. I did a video a while back, and I talked about how, whenever I was inside certain organizations, like organized religious organizations, there was such great camaraderie. And whenever you leave something like that, it's like those relationships disappear. And it is something that is hard to let go of. We grieve that loss, right? So it could be something like that. It could be leaving a job, going to another job, and you're grieving the relationships from that. But there's something that at this time in your life you are having to say goodbye to, and it's something that you are very attached to. The temptation card, it can be about addictions and unhealthy relationships and stuff like that, but sometimes it can just be about holding on. And whenever we hold on to these earthly attachments, we hold ourselves back. So what's crossing you is the victory card. This is the 6 of fire, which is the same as the 6 of wands. And in that particular depiction in the tarot, you see somebody being paraded through the streets, right, with a victory wreath on their wand. And in this particular depiction, you see all these hot air balloons out here, but only one has a ship connected to it. It's like whatever has happened is fulfilling something from deep inside of you. Again, this is a general reading, so it could be a plethora of things, but it's something that's fulfilling you from deep inside, and you feel good about it, but you're grieving these things that are going to be left behind as you move forward. So this victory, this card, it being your crossing card, it's like it pushes you forward and it holds you back all at the same time, because it's because of this that you're moving forward, but it's also because of this that you're feeling this sad embrace. And that's why the message is to remember to go ahead and grieve. Go ahead and allow yourself to feel the feels of what's going on, of the things that you're losing, so that you can process these emotions and let them be released from you. So your crowning energy, this is your higher self, your guides, your angels, your archangels, the Holy Spirit, right? Is the call. This is the same card as judgment, and this is where it's like it's a total rebirth for you. So it's like your spirit team is coming in to move things around and conspire to move you in this direction that at the deepest part of yourself you've wanted to go. And again, whether it's about a relationship, whether it's about a job, or just your spiritual journey. And just your spiritual journey, don't take that lightly, because that's a big deal, right? So this is a deep soul calling of yours. In the near future, we have you at the 8 of Earth. So the 8 of Earth, for me, in this particular depiction especially, is about the beautiful abundance that comes from the harmony that you walk in. So whatever's going on right here, I feel like you're going to get past it. You're going to allow yourself time to grieve whatever it is that you're leaving behind, and you're going to become this beautiful instrument of abundance in your life. And only you're the only person who can actually play the music of this instrument, because there's not another you on this earth, right? There's a lot of people who do similar things. They got a lot of tarot readers out there in YouTube land, right? And we all have a different way of presenting it. If you look at your thumb, right, your thumb has its own unique thumbprint. That means there's only one you out there, Aries. And this is saying that you are going to be walking in harmony with your higher self, and you're going to be the only person who brings the unique spin of whatever it is that you do into whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's your spiritual journey, whether it's your job or a relationship. Okay. So your attitude toward it all is that you're ready to make peace with it. The 7 of air for me is about making peace with our worries, making peace with those things that we allow to hold us up, no longer allowing that to be part of what guides us in life, no longer allowing self-condemnation and low self-esteem and other people's ideas of what we're supposed to do. She's made peace with all of that, right? Not only has she made peace with it, but to the point that she's in such alignment that these undomesticated birds are walking up to her. So, and it's not gender specific. You are, girl, guy, it doesn't matter. Male, female, doesn't matter. But this is kind of your attitude toward it. This is where you want to be, where you just have peace about it all. So your outside influence is the high priestess, okay? So I think this is great because, Aries, this is saying that you have been really paying attention and tapped into your intuition about whatever this situation is, right? You've been getting guidance. You've been allowing that guidance to move you. You've been allowing that guidance to teach you, to learn you, to whatever it is taking you and moving you into the direction that you've wanted to go at a soul level. And that's your outside influence. Your hopes and fears is you're ready to change your world. Whatever's going on, again, it could be a plethora of things because you guys, this is a general reading, but whatever's going on, you're ready for major change in your life. And because it's in hope and fear, there's a part of you, and it's this right here, that you're afraid that it's possible that it's not going to happen for you. But I'm here to tell you right now, looking at these cards, Spirit is there for you. The energies are right. If the potentials are there for you to do exactly what it is that you're wanting to do. And then your outcome is the 5 of Earth. So let's talk about this card for a minute, because in the traditional tarot, the 5 of Earth is the same as the 5 of Pentacles, and it talks about financial struggles. It talks about being left out in the cold, walking the journey by yourself and stuff like that. Sometimes whenever I see it, depends on what else is going on in the reading, it just talks about walking away from old beliefs that no longer serve you, because it's walking away from the traditions, the structures, the constructs that have held us back for so long. In this particular deck, I love this deck because look at her. She has actually released all of that. There's 5 pentacles in this card. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one is right down here, okay? And here's the light back here. For me, the yellow and the golden light is absolutely Spirit guiding you and walking you through. And so she's not holding on to these pentacles. She's released them, because the pentacles represent things in our reality. It's like the actual things in the 3D reality. So here she is actually releasing it. She's released it all to Spirit and said, I'm going to move forward. I'm not going to hang on to this. I'm going to follow the guidance of allowing myself to feel the grief, allowing myself to move through the grief of whatever this loss is, job, relationship, whatever it is. Allow myself to walk through that grief and then leave it behind me so that I can find the peace in my life that will move me into the direction that I want to go, which is this. So, Aries, this is absolutely gorgeous. And again, Spirit never ceases to amaze me. They'll bring out a card like that and it's like, oh my gosh, it's going to be a doom and gloom reading, but it never is, because they always have the way, not the way out, but the way forward. They always have the way forward for us, if we're willing to listen and if we're willing to act on what's going on. But it seems like that is who you are, Aries, and that is what you've been doing, because this card right here is basically telling us that. Okay, God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for my Aries friends. Thank you for clear and concise messages. Show us, please, the PS. We thank you for clear and concise messages, love, light, and prosperity, and we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Oh, guys, thank y'all so much. The likes, the shares, the subscribes, the ringing my bell, the comments, all that stuff, the passersby who engage. I love you so much. Thank y'all all for being a part of the Spirit Mail community. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords. So Spirit's saying, you know, this is your truth. This is what works for you. This is why this is your crowning energy. Your guides are saying, we're here with you. We're walking this with you, so you can move forward in your truth. And the one thing about the swords is that they don't allow the emotions to drive them, right? That's why Spirit said with this card, embrace it. Allow yourself to feel the feels of it so that you can release it. Because when we stuff it, we don't release it, and it ends up causing us a hiccup down the road. So go through it, allow yourself to embrace it, then move forward in your truth from a place of inner truth and from a place of inner calling. Okay. There's the High Priestess again. Look. That's twice, okay? So, and you know what? Whenever this comes up in a personal reading, I always know this is a card that's saying, you know this already. And I feel like we've got the High Priestess right here, and because it's coming a second time, I feel like this second time, Spirit's saying, Aries, you know this already. We actually already had this conversation. You actually already heard another reading that told you the same thing. You actually heard a song that helped you understand that moving on sometimes is hard. You already know this, is what they're saying. Oh, wow. Look, and you've got the Three of Pentacles. So for me, the Three of Pentacles is collaboration with Spirit. Sometimes it can be collaboration with people and talks about fruitful projects and stuff like that, successful, passionate, purposeful projects in the 3D world. But for me, and especially right here, especially with those High Priestess twice, the call up there in your crowning energy, this is your collaboration with Spirit. They are your partners. Your guides, your angels, your archangels, your higher self, they are your partners in this as you move forward. And it will be a fruitful journey for you. Okay, Aries, thank you so much for stopping in. And until next time, y'all go have a super duper day. Bye.